Stephen Curry is in serious trouble, and the NBA world is in shock. Rookie sensation Amen Thompson has turned into a defensive monster, making life absolutely miserable for the Warriors legend in a playoff battle no one expected to be this intense. The Rockets are young, fearless, and they're not backing down not 1 inch. Game 5 was a war zone, and Amen's pressure on Curry is starting to expose cracks in Golden State's armor. But then Jimmy Butler steps in, dropping a powerful post-game statement that has fans holding their breath. This isn't just about winning a game, this is about pride, legacy, and survival. Can the Warriors survive the storm, or is a new dynasty beginning in Houston? Amen Thompson is making Stephen Curry's life miserable, and the Houston Rockets are not backing down against the Golden State Warriors. Game 5 of this heated playoff series has given NBA fans everything they could ever ask for: intensity, drama, and a rising young star clashing with one of the greatest point guards of all time. But the story doesn't end on the court. Jimmy Butler, now a cornerstone of the Warriors, made a confident and borderline chilling statement after the final buzzer that has fans and analysts buzzing across the league. Let's rewind for a moment. When this series began, nobody expected the Rockets to bring this level of fight. They were young, untested in playoff fire, and seen by many as nothing more than a stepping stone on the Warriors' path back to the Western Conference Finals. But what they've done, led by the unbelievable emergence of Amen Thompson, has shaken that narrative to its core. Amen, with his relentless defense, elite athleticism, and pure grit, has become a nightmare matchup for Steph Curry. The 6'7" rookie guard has used his length, speed, and strength to hound Curry at every turn, fighting through screens, staying glued to him beyond the arc, and forcing uncharacteristic mistakes. In Game 5, the pressure reached a boiling point. With the series tied at 2-2, Curry tried to impose his will early, but Amen wasn't having it. Possession after possession, Thompson made Curry work for every inch of space. Whether it was diving for loose balls, contesting threes with perfect timing, or pushing the pace in transition, Amen was everywhere. And while Curry still managed to drop points because he's Steph Curry, he looked exhausted, frustrated, and, at times, confused. That's not something you say often about a 4-time NBA champion and 2-time MVP. Amen's defense alone wasn't the only issue. Offensively, he's found his rhythm too. Cutting hard to the basket, finishing through contact, and even hitting timely mid-range jumpers, he's proving to be far more than just a defensive specialist. And his chemistry with the rest of the Rockets' young core, especially Jalen Green and Alperen Sengun, is developing faster than anyone could have predicted. This is not the same Houston team from last year. They're faster, tougher, and most importantly, they believe. Now let's talk about the Warriors. They entered Game 5 expecting to take control of the series. The energy at Chase Center was electric. Steph was locked in during warm-ups, and Jimmy Butler, still battling some minor knee soreness, was dressed and ready to go. Draymond Green was his usual vocal self, and Steve Kerr had prepped his squad for what he called a fight, not just a game. But what they walked into was a war, and Amen Thompson led the charge like a seasoned veteran, not a rookie. Curry's stat line might look decent on paper, but every shot came under duress. Every possession was a battle. The Warriors tried everything: off-ball screens, switch-heavy sets, even decoy plays, but Amen was always there. In one viral clip, Curry tried to create space on the wing, only for Thompson to mirror his every move before swatting away a step-back three. That single moment captured the entire theme of the night, the rising star frustrating the all-time great. And then there's Jimmy Butler. Throughout the game, he was vocal, intense, and physical. He took hard fouls, dove for rebounds, and played like his season depended on it. But even he could sense that something was off. Post-game, when reporters swarmed the locker room, Jimmy didn't hold back. When asked about Amen Thompson's impact, Butler smirked and said, "Kid's got game, I'll give him that. But we're not folding. Not now, not ever." Then came the real fire. Jimmy stared directly into the camera and said, "You can rattle Steph, maybe for a game. But you can't kill the soul of this team. Game 6, we're coming for blood." That's the kind of statement that sends chills through both fan bases. It's a signal to the league: the Warriors are wounded, but they are not defeated. And Butler, known for thriving in the playoffs, is about to flip the switch. Still, the pressure is now undeniably on Golden State. They're facing a young, fearless Rockets squad that doesn't care about reputations or rings. They want to win, and they're proving that youth isn't a weakness, it's a weapon. For Steph Curry, this series has become one of the most personal and physically demanding of his career. Amen Thompson is forcing him to dig deeper than ever before, and it's exposing the reality that even legends have limits. The Warriors will need more than just Steph to pull this out. They'll need Butler to go full playoff Jimmy. They'll need Draymond to anchor the defense without losing his composure. They'll need their role players like Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, and potentially even rookies like Tracy Jackson-Davis to rise to the moment. Meanwhile, the Rockets are playing with house money. No one expected them to be here, and that's exactly why they're so dangerous. With head coach Ime Udoka pulling the right strings and Amen Thompson rising before our eyes, they're building something special whether this series ends in their favor or not. And let's not forget the crowd factor. Game 6 heads back to Houston, where the Rockets faithful are now louder than ever. The Toyota Center is going to be rocking, and the Warriors must prepare for a hostile environment that's ready to erupt. Curry's going to need to silence the crowd early, or else momentum could swing out of their control fast. And with Amen feeding off energy like a true competitor, every second counts. But don't count out the Warriors just yet. This is a championship core. They've faced adversity before. They've stared down 3-1 deficits. They've overcome injuries, doubters, and elite competition. What they're facing now may be different but not impossible. What matters now is execution. Can they adjust? Can they take Amen out of rhythm? Can Jimmy Butler back up his words with action and carry them to Game 7? The next game will be a defining moment for both teams. For the Rockets, a chance to prove they're no longer rebuilding, they're ready to contend. For the Warriors, it's about survival, legacy, pride. This isn't just another playoff series. This is a generational clash. A battle of future versus present. A chance for Amen Thompson to carve his name into NBA history, and a chance for Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler to remind the world why they're icons. Whichever way this goes, one thing is certain: the league is watching. Fans around the world are glued to their screens, because this series is delivering everything and more. The storylines, the matchups, the trash talk, the highlights, it's all there. And with every dribble, every pass, every stare down, the stakes get higher. So prepare yourself.